Hi everyone, it's that time again where we are preparing our gardens for the spring season and also for the summer season. My yard is a complete mess. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see. It is so messy. Okay, so if we start from here, we can see I have this myrtle plant that I'm yet to prune. I'm gonna get to pruning these in the next coming weeks. I also have this hibiscus here that needs pruning. Green stalks that are in horrible conditions, but that's fine. On my bed, I still have some mustard greens here. And within those, I have some garlics that are coming up, if you can see. And I do have some carrots that are still coming up, so I'm gonna leave these. This bed is just completely empty except for I have 3, I think these are Shasta daisies that are growing here. I'm gonna cut off these leaves. This plant also needs to be pruned. Let me just give you an overview of how terrible everything is. It's empty right now, but it's gonna look beautiful come spring. Now this is my blue wisteria. This is the second year growing this plant, and I can't wait for it to bloom. You have to prune, and hopefully this year I can get some blooms. I'm hoping. Cross my fingers. Now it's obvious that these pots are too small for those trees, so I'm going to change these two pots. I'm going to place them in bigger pots and just put them at the front right here. This is what my kale is looking like. I think I'm going to feed these to the worms. Very important when I am preparing to put my spring plants in here. I have to make sure I get all the roots out. I'm going to add some compost, and then I'm gonna add either my seeds or my transplants. This bed, I planted some garlic bulbs late fall, I would say. They're coming up nicely. And I do have in this bed some carrots as well, some bok choy. Of course, these are being eaten up, so I'm not sure I'm gonna use these yet. Maybe I'm gonna feed them to the worms. There's so many things that did not do well at the end of fall. This is a rose bush that I need to prune. I also need to change the container. I'm gonna put it in a larger container. This is another rose bush here. I have lavender here, and then I have another. Oh no, this is a hydrangea. Yes, this is a hydrangea. I believe it's the lace. Now this green stalk here, I have 4 of them. This one, let's see how this one is doing. Okay, this is another Shasta daisy here. I attempted to grow a purple cabbage, so that's a big fail. I also need to, I still have some leaves here, okay. Maybe I can salvage some of these Swiss chard and use them in some chow mein or maybe a soup. But most of this is just very hardened. All right, this is the kale, the giant kale. I'm gonna feed those to the worms. I also tucked some small Shasta daisy plants in here. And this little bed here, I planted some garlic bulbs at the end of fall. So as you can see, these are coming up here nicely. That's basically what the garden is looking like. Lots of work to be done. Lots of shifting around. Lots of changing pots and, adjusting and making things look pretty. Last year was the first year that I really sort of intermingled my vegetable garden with flowers. Like I had some zinnias and some marigolds and so forth, sunflowers. But I think this year I really want to take it to a larger scale. I loved how that combination looked, but I also love that it brought so much color, and the garden was just beautiful, vibrant, and alive. And I really want to incorporate more flowers, just a lot of flowers. And then of course, when it's time to really bring my vegetable garden, or to start my vegetable garden outside, I'm going to make use of a lot of these. You can plant almost anything in these green stalks. And then I'm going to have some grow bags. I really love the feel that the garden gave me when it's just really filled with flowers, and of course with the vegetables intermingled in there. So this is just an overview, a quick video just to show you of all the things that are coming up soon that I have to do in the garden. I love when the garden looks like this, just before spring starts. It's just a lot to look forward to. It's the start of a new season. You can experiment, you can do so many things. It's really a blank slate, and so I'm really looking forward to starting back, moving what needs to be moved, and sort of experimenting more as I go. I am not a professional. This is my 3rd year gardening. Last year was the first year that I actually gardened on this scale. So this year is really to now push the boundaries, see what I can do, see what doesn't work, change up some stuff. So by the end of this week, I'm going to start cleaning out the garden. I'm going to start adding my soil, my compost, taking out, the dead plants, feeding what I need to feed to my worms. Also, I do have 5 different hydroponics systems in the house that I grow a lot of herbs and salad greens on. So I'll also be giving you my feelings and impressions on those, and updates as we go through the season. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about. This is what I'm working with, and I hope that you can join me on this journey.